Let's build a car emergency toolkit together on a budget. It's my daughter's boyfriend's birthday this week, and I figured what better gift to get him than a car emergency toolkit. So I went to my local Harbor Freight in tax-free New Hampshire and picked up a few things. You do not need to buy new things across the board like I did. Number one, a tire patch toolkit and an air compressor. These sell for about 40 bucks at Harbor Freight. I have one in my truck. I've used it a bunch. It works great. These are only about $6 or $7. Give you nice instructions on the back on how to repair a tire. Not only that, but you can use this to fill up inner tubes in the summertime when you want to go tubing. The air compressor comes in a nice little case. You got your hose and your air compressor, which gives you a nice gauge here. Plugs right into your cigarette lighter, and comes with adapters when you want to fill up those inner tubes. The next most important thing to keep in your vehicle, especially up north here where it gets cold, is a set of jumper cables. These come in their own case as well. They were not the least expensive, but they were also not the most expensive. I think they were about 20 bucks. They were a slightly lower gauge, meaning a thicker wire than the cheapest. Cheapest cables I think were 12 feet long. These are 16 feet. If you're stuck somewhere and your battery is dead, you don't want to be wishing you had jumper cables. You want to know you have jumper cables. Duct tape and zip ties are going to solve a lot of your problems where you have pieces of plastic that might have fallen off your vehicle. A muffler comes loose. These are not the strongest zip ties in the world, but you can double or triple them up if you need to hold something a little heavier. And they had electrical tape for $1.50, so I figured might as well throw that in there too. I think the next most important thing to have with you is a flashlight or a headlamp. This was on sale for about $8. It has 3 modes: high, low, and signal. All useful if you end up with a flat tire at night in the dark. Totally worth $8. This comes with batteries. Make sure to change them out every year or so that you know you have working batteries in your headlamp. A set of pliers. I think this was the third most expensive thing I purchased. It was $14 or $15. This is going to allow you to tighten loose bolts. It's going to allow you to use your needle nose pliers to pull a nail out of a tire. A lot of people have a bunch of these things laying around the house. You probably do too. And you could just take some of them and throw them into your emergency toolkit. But short of that, I figured I might as well buy new. Once I did a YouTube short about this. I had a windshield wiper that came loose and stopped windshield wiping. What would solve that? A socket set. This socket set has SAE and metric. It should take care of most smaller things you have to deal with on your vehicle. This is not going to be able to work on everything. Now, I think you could go to a junk shop or a flea market or a yard sale and pick up some screwdrivers. This was $6. If I were to go to a yard sale or a junk shop, I'd be spending $1 a screwdriver. I'd probably get 4, 2 Phillips head, 2 flathead. For $2 more, I get 12. So we got a screwdriver set. Oh, hey, it's me from the future. As I was editing the video, I realized I forgot to mention all of the Pittsburgh tools, the socket set, the pliers, and the screwdrivers all come with a lifetime warranty. So if you pull on one of these too hard and you break a socket, you can get it replaced for free, lifetime warranty. And now back to me. Yesterday. Gloves. I think leather is really important so that your hands are a little protected if something's hot or really cold. When it's cold outside, the last thing you want is to be changing a tire without gloves on. Get yourself a pair of gloves. I think these were $9. A blade of some kind. Everyone should have a jackknife in their pocket. It seemed like having a utility knife in your vehicle at all times was a good idea. This is a standard utility knife. You can swap the blades out really easily. They're super cheap. This has a clip on the back so you can close it and clip it in your pocket if you need to. The bag here was 15 bucks. I spent a while staring at hard cases and bags. I opted to go with the bag because I thought it would compact a little better. There's pockets for different screwdrivers and pliers to go different places, so boyfriend can set this up however he wants. You do not need to go out and buy a $15 bag. You could throw all of these tools in an old backpack. You could throw them all in a cardboard box wrapped in duct tape if you want. As long as you have it all contained, that's what's important. You don't want to be trying to fish around for your compressor or your tire patch kit when it's fallen behind a seat or whatever. Keep everything contained, keep it all together. That way, in case of emergency, you know where it all is. And finally, a bonus item, a multi-use transfer pump. Chances are he's not going to be siphoning gas from one place to another. However, if the zombie apocalypse were to occur, I now know boyfriend can siphon gas out of one car to keep his car going and run away from the zombies. I don't know, this seemed like a good idea. I just thought it was kind of cool. I bought one for me as well. Well, there you have it, a car emergency toolkit to stay prepared in case of emergency. Do let me know what you'd put in your car emergency toolkit and what you think I should put in boyfriend's car emergency toolkit 2.0 next year. I want to thank all of you for hanging out with me here at 4 Acres in Southern Vermont. Always do the best you can with what you've got, and I'll see you around. Take care. What are you still doing here? Get off the internet. Go grab some tools, put them in a box, and make yourself more prepared. And enjoy that sunrise. Isn't that beautiful?